What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your weekly or bi-weekly Fuckbusters episode. I'm Bobo, surrounded by my co-hosts.
What's up?
How's it going?
And Colin's silent as always. Welcome back after a week off. I know, very busy weekend for all of us.
Yeah.
And literally all of us here in studio. Literally all five of us gone to 2 different weddings last weekend. So congratulations to Ethan, married man now. And our mutual friend, Burke. Not saying his real name because that's not his real name. That's what we call him.
Will be Burke.
That's what we know him as. So it's one of those that friend where you know him by his last name. So that's all we're gonna say. And it's not his full last name.
Bobo.
So good luck finding him.
Yeah. Literally, when we go out to places and I meet these guys, we're like, oh yeah, this is Bobo.
Oh yeah. By the way, Bobo's not his real name. In case y'all didn't know that.
And people are like, why do you call him Bobo? They're like, we've been calling him Bobo for like 15 years.
My girlfriend were talking about the other day. Like I said, I don't think I've ever once called Bobo by his real name.
It's very rare. Like I think one time I said to
Nobody ever really has.
I think Jess, I picked up on like Ryan and your parents calling you B. I think every once in a while I'll call you B, but 9 out of 10 times it's Bobo.
Yeah.
Like I don't think maybe once I called you your real name.
I've gotten to the point where every time, like now that especially I work for a small school district, every time I go out somewhere, they're like, oh my god, it's Bobo. The school's starting to call me Bobo now. I'm
That's
like,
great.
oh no. All the little kids are like, oh my god, it's Bobo. And I'm like, shit.
It's just one of those things, man. Like everybody has that one friend in their group where they have either a nickname or you don't call them by their first name. Like
and we got 2.
We got 2 of them. We got one of each. So yeah, how's everybody week? How was the wedding? How was the weekends?
It was fun.
Ethan's wedding was really really nice, beautiful.
Yeah. I'm still recovering.
I unfortunately was not at Ethan's. I was at our other friends.
Yeah, but it was really nice. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things that I'm not going to say on the air because, for legal reasons. But no, it was fun. The venue was awesome. Jeff and Bobo can attest to it. Just the whole venue was.
I even said to one of our other friends, I'm like, their chapel was like really pretty in it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was one of those things where just like I'm a construction guru. The architecture in that building everything was wood. There was everything either 12 by 12 wood beams holding the entire structure, curves, triangles. You look in the ceiling, it's like a 25-foot loft ceiling, and everything goes to the top. You can see all the woodwork, all the architecture, and you're like, wow.
You can tell it's old. Like
it was 5 minutes. Yeah, it was like not even 5 minutes from the New York Pennsylvania state line, right there on Route 5. The back, overlooking the lake,
right over the.
Yeah, so
we got to
the venue at the wedding was a gorgeous view too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
a little bit higher on the back road, like up on the hill, and like overlooked damn near the entire city and like the entire borough, if you want to call it that. Like
yeah,
you could see the whole township, and like it was a beautiful view.
Right behind where Ethan and his wife were sitting, at the reception, was this big old window that again you could see the entire lake. You can see, if it was a clear day, you could practically see in Canada.
Yeah, so there's certain days you can see Canada.
That's gonna be weird to hear both of them say now. The wife having to say wife instead of girlfriend or fiance for those two. Now 2 of us have to say wife. That's gonna be that's gonna be weird to get used to.
At this point, I just keep calling their significant other partner because oh no. Because I can say the same thing for Kyle and I, our partners in crime or whatever, our respective partners in crime. It's their partners in crime or whatever. Yeah. So, but yeah, the whole thing was nice. So
yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, it makes me also. It also reminded me this past weekend how much I fucking hate public speaking. Yeah. I suck at it. I'm terrified of it. I suck at it.
Had to do your speech.
I did a speech. Like I wish.
How long was it? Did you only last about 30 seconds or?
No, that's
the other thing.
That's the other thing. Christian, shut up. Okay. But no, I don't know. I couldn't keep track, and I wish you would have seen me. I was like shaking afterwards, going to get my drink because how much I fucking hate public speaking.
It's terrifying, man. Like, it really is.
I'm fine in front of my students, and there's like 50 of them. But then again, I know them.
Like, even just doing this, I know for the first probably season, all of us were still nervous. Even just doing this, like we're just sitting in front of a microphone, and it was still nerve-wracking. Like knowing that there's a chance that tons and tons of people could hear it. Yeah. Not a lot do, but
but now obviously still being in the room with people that you know and you trust and you love working around. It's become more comfortable.
Yeah. The only reason I have a 1-up on public speaking is because my dad and my stepmom are both teachers. So it was one of those things, literally, like every presentation I had to do growing up through school. I remember my dad would sit there, my entire family would sit, and I would have like 40 people sit in the kitchen listening to me do a presentation. And even though it's family, it's like, okay.
It's
I hated doing that shit in school.
Yeah.
I hated those
I
group
used
projects.
to, I was one of those guys that used to literally stare at the back wall and pretend everybody was in their underwear.
Like I'm okay with like doing the behind the scenes work, all the grinding of it to get it all set up. But when it comes to public speaking, somebody else can do it.
Oh, I will sit there and write down, I will physically sit there and write down, or type down a 5-page fucking speech, but I won't speak it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do all the nitty gritty.
If you want me to type out your speech for you, sure, but I'm not saying it for you.
Like here,
Anybody out there, if you have trouble typing, but you're better with words, let me type it, and then you read it out. I don't have to read it out, and I can type it for you.
Again, let me do the nitty gritty. Let me do the behind the scenes. I'm okay with not getting any credit.
Yeah.
But just don't make me public speak.
It's horrible. It's terrifying. It really is.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell Ethan no, but I was like, no, I can't do that to a lifelong friend, So I'm like, sure, I'll do it. He's like, watch your language. I'm like, don't worry, okay. The only time I don't watch my language is off air, not in front of family.
That's something you've talked about. You've said multiple times to us as a group. You're like, I know I'm a dick, but I know when not to be. I know when the appropriate time to be and not to be a dick is.
There's a line, okay? I know where the line is, okay? One side of it, sure, I'll be an asshole, whatever. I'll speak my mind, I'll be blunt. And there's another side where it's like, okay, I can be straightforward, but be nice about it.
And then there's those very odd timing situations where you gotta dance over the line. You can be a little bit of each, but you still gotta stay more towards the neutral side.
I know Jeffy and Bobo can back me up on this, but one of my favorite things from the speech was, it was. Hold on, let me pull it up because I have it here on my
You still
phone.
have to type down.
Yeah, I threw it in the Google box.
I know me and Christian made the joke. We're like, big voice, big.
Yeah,
because obviously, a couple of them was hard to hear in our room, like some of the speeches and that. So we're like, that's why we made the joke. Like, big voice,
big boy voice. Oh
Yeah,
gosh,
be like Shrek and do your roar.
Now for those who don't, wow.
Here we go.
Now for
Get
those
nervous already.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about PTSD. It was only 8 days ago. My bad. Now for those of you who don't know, Ethan and I go way back. I've known each other for almost 2 whole decades. We talked about how we got befriended and whatever. And one of the things that skip ahead. I lost it. But otherwise, regardless, I said, not many friends could say they have a, handsome, sexy, intelligent, good-looking best friend. My God, Ethan, didn't you get lucky? So
That's good. Yeah, you told me about that. That's pretty good.
So that was a good one. I got a couple laughs. I couldn't tell from the other room.
I said there were a couple in our room.
But yeah. Anyway.
Let's talk hockey.
Yeah, on a more serious note, let's get over this sappy shit,
Yeah.
all right? Let's talk hockey. The only reason why we came here tonight to studio. So let's start in the juniors. Jeffy with the OHL news.
The OHL actually hired a new director of player safety and 27-year veteran, OHL official veteran, Greg Kimmerly. He's now the new director of the player safety of. And then on October 25th, Ryan McGuire of the Guelph Storm suspended for 2 games, for actually 7 games for a check to the head penalty against Flint. One that I've kind of do kind of like what their OHL is doing this year, at least actually explain what the actual penalties are instead of just being kind of very vague on how just saying suspend for this many games.
Like, and Liam Gilmartin suspended 10 games for abuse of officials.
I think it's at least that's at least an improvement. They're at least actually saying what it was for. Then on October 26th, actually October 26th, Justin Batu and Jake LaBrash of the Kitchener Rangers suspended 2 games for both check to the heads. And then Ty Henry is suspended for 2 games of abusive official.
There seem to be a lot of those suspensions out there as of recent, of abusive official, whether it's 2 games or 10 games, whatever. But that seems to have really been.
At this point, they might as well just say two game suspension for hurting the refs' feelings.
Oh, put in your BB.
So what? I didn't hear really anything about that. What?
It's a long.
Okay.
It's a long story. I think these two were both at the game where all that shit happened. Or was that
that
was last Saturday?
That was the night.
Okay, were we all at the
Yeah,
wedding?
so that was the weekend that we all missed because of our respective weddings.
Yeah, I would say because it didn't happen in Kitchener.
It was in Erie. I knew it was in Erie. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I
if
said all these suspensions happened in the one in Erie. Now going on to milestones. Evan Cohen of the Flint Firebirds played in his 200th career OHL game versus the Owen Attack.
No, Jeff, I think you're mispronouncing it. It's not Evan. It's Ethan. Ethan Cohen.
Carlos Flingens of the got his first career OHL goal versus the Owen Sound Attack. Columbus Blue Jackets prospect Nathan Day gets his 50th career win. And then on Aiden O'Donnell of the Brantford Bulldogs gets his first career OHL goal versus the Peterborough Petes, and who are still winless.
Wow.
Liam Lads of the Peterborough Petes gets his first career OHL goal. And then Joey Costanzo of the Windsor Spitfire gets his 50th career win versus the Niagara Ice Dogs. And then all on the October 27th, Columbus Blue Jackets prospect Luca Pinelli of the Ottawa 67s gets his 100th career OHL goal versus the Sudbury Wolves. Casey Bridgewater of the Sarnia Sting gets his first career OHL goal versus the London Knights. Adam Lidzicki of the Brantford Steelheads gets his first career OHL hat trick versus the Guelph Storm, and then Dawson Morris of the Guelph Storm gets his first career OHL goal. Graydon Jones of the Saginaw Spirit gets his first career OHL goal versus the Owen Sound Attack. Caleb Patnew of the Saginaw Spirit gets his first career win in a 5-4 shootout win. Antonio Tezzini of the Owen Sound Attack gets his first career OHL goal. And then Alec Leonard of the Owen Sound Attack played in his 200th career OHL game. Francis Parrish of the Peterborough Petes gets his first career OHL goal versus the Oshawa Generals. And then one milestone on the 29th, Brendan Faulkner of the Peterborough Petes gets his first career OHL goal versus the Niagara Ice Dogs. And then on the 30th, Ryan Abraham of the Windsor Spitfire gets his 100th career OHL assist off of Washington Capitals prospect Ilya Protas. Couple on November 1st, Sandra Gillidan of the Kingston Frontenacs gets his 200th career OHL point versus Peterborough Petes. Oliver Phillips of the Erie Otters gets his first career OHL point off of a Alexei Davila goal. And then on November 2nd, Noah Erliden of the Erie Otters in a 23 saves gets his first career OHL win, shutout in a 4-0 victory versus the Barrie Colts.
That game was fucking awesome.
We kept keeping up. Me and Kyle were keeping up with it as we were at the concert every once in a blue moon when we were between intermissions of between breaks of the bands that were performing last night.
Yeah, which I have notes that I sent to the guys from the night. Actually being there in person. So I don't know if I doubt they won't share, but
Go for it. Great weekend of Otters hockey though. Took all 4 points that needed 4 points in the very, very tough Western Conference. So
that's huge.
Huge 4 points there.
Which that's something I kind of want to talk about once Jeffy is done with his news.
Yeah, there's actually only three more after this. Luke Misa of the Brantford Steelheads gets his 50th career OHL goal versus Sarnia Sting. Tyon Street of the Sudbury Wolves gets his first career OHL goal versus the Brantford Bulldogs. And then Nathan Tessholm of the North Bay Battalion gets his first career OHL goal versus the Brantford Steelheads. But then also we could actually bring that up, the standings and stuff like that.
Yeah, while you do that, I know in the sound bites from after last night's game, I know Panathemis had a quote that said, he goes, I think we played an amazing 115 minutes of hockey this weekend, minus the 5 minutes in Brantford on Friday night where they gave up like 3 goals in a matter of 5 minutes. He said, other than that, we played an amazing 115 minutes of hockey.
Yeah, looking at the stands now, I have it pulled up here. Positions 3 through 6. Third is the London Knights at 20 points, and 4th through 6th all have 18 points with Otters, Greyhounds, and Sting. Now, the Otters technically hold the tiebreaker because they only have 14 games played versus Sioux only has 15 games played, and Sarnia
has 17.
Oh, wow.
London also has 14 games played.
Okay.
Wow.
So therefore, I mean, technically, if we would the standings would sit, we'd have home ice advantage against Sioux, but we also have a game in hand over Sioux.
Yeah.
Okay.
This upcoming week we have a couple of tough matchups. First of them on Thursday being against the first place in the Eastern Conference. God, that's weird to say. The Niagara Ice Dogs.
Yeah, I want to talk about how fucking good they're doing.
I told when I predicted at the beginning of the year, everybody thought I was insane. Like, you guys thought I was crazy for putting them. I think I had them in 5th or 6th or something like that in the West or in the East.
They're 11-4.
Yeah, 22 total points.
That's
with
crazy. Kevin He leading the way with 23 points already. He's currently 4th in the.
He is an amazing fucking player. Like
like Kyle said, they might be first in the East, but they're 3rd in the league, only behind Windsor 2 and Kitchener at 1.
Yeah.
So with Windsor having a game in hand over Kitchener, so like it's a crazy thing to think that Niagara is up there with the big dogs like Kitchener, like Windsor, like London.
It's nuts.
It's.
I didn't expect them to be this good, but they got off to what was like an 8-1 start, and now they're what did we say 11-3?
11-4.
It's insane, man. Like, they're a good fucking team this year.
Yeah, which it's.
Are they? I mean, I think they already have half as many wins this year as they did all of last year.
And they're only 15 games into a 68 game season.
Yeah. Well, they probably. I mean,
last season they had a total of 17 wins, and they already have 11.
I mean, they're probably coming back with a vengeance. I'm sure they're.
They're 11-4 right now.
Yeah.
To match the record that they went last season, from this far out, they'd have to go 6-40 from here on out to match what they did last year.
I mean, hey.
So all they need to do is win 7 of the last 47 games to beat what they did last year.
Yeah.
Which, with the way they're going, I mean, it's very well possible.
It's very possible they can get the 2nd or 3rd seed over there in the East. Like, it's.
Well, obviously they're still going to play. I think they're going to play London at least once or twice more, which they're a tough foe.
Yeah.
They have they haven't played top teams in their division. And you got the Bulldogs, you got the Battalion, you got Oshawa.
And then there's the Peterborough Petes who have yet to win a game.
Yeah.
3 points in the season, 0-11, 1-2.
So they've come close with 2 shootout losses, but
I can't believe they still have.
And then there's Kitchener who's 12-2, 1-1. Jesus.
I don't know what to say from that, man. I really don't. They have me kudos to Niagara. They're really making me shut my fucking mouth and realize, my God, was I stupid.
Well,
it's a sweep home this year.
I feel like a lot of losing teams always come back with a vengeance the next season. It's just one of those things, especially in hockey. A lot of other sports, they kind of stay on a losing streak for 2, maybe 3 seasons, and then you have to rebuild. Hockey is one of those seasons where it's like you have so short of an off season. It's like you have to put everything together right after that season ends, so when you're ready to rock and roll.
I mean, I'm going back and they've been bottom
for a couple years, for the last
4 or 5
like
seasons.
three seasons of that.
Like the last time they were decent was the 2018-2019 regular season,
So the
where
year-
they were 44-17-7 to lead the Central Division. They're number 2 in the conference and number 4 in the league.
So to make you guys feel old, the year you graduated high school, 2018. To make you feel really old.
I mean, I just turned 25, so.
Yeah. Sorry. I'll be 27 and all. I guess I'll definitely need my ankle replaced by then.
But yeah, so they've been definitely the surprise so far this season is Niagara. Peterborough, I didn't expect them to be. Like, I expect them to be not good, but not
this bad.
Yeah.
not this bad. And like I still had them. I think I said they were going to miss the playoffs, but not this bad so far.
I mean, considering they're 14 games into the season and they only have 3 points, all from OT or shootout losses.
yeah.
So, I don't know. Lots of words, man.
It's insane.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I think we're going to jump right into NHL milestones. Or did you have something else you wanted to add?
I was just gonna jump into Puck Doku, but if
Oh, yeah, we'll do that first, yeah. Might as well.
yeah, well,
I think
if
we
you-
usually do. No, we'll do Puck Duco first. Get us in the NHL mindset.
all right,
Okay.
going across the top for the columns, it's Anaheim, Minnesota, and Chicago. For the rows, we got the Capitals, the Panthers, and the Penguins.
I said for the Caps and Ducks, Sonny Milano.
Milano.
Penguin,
So we got Milano, we got
Penguins Wild, Marc-Andre Fleury.
Fleury, and we also got Nick Bjugstad.
I think we can do Penguins Blackhawks Flurry, too.
Sam Lafferty too.
Sam Lafferty. Let's try to go, like, in order from, like...
So,
So Capitals, Wild... not Kovalchuk, not
hold on. No,
Capitals,
never
Blackhawks.
never mind.
Oh, Capitals, Blackhawks.
Dylan
Yeah.
See, I was thinking that, but I was like, no, he didn't stop.
Yeah.
He didn't stop him. I thought he didn't.
He started in Chicago.
No,
He started in
he-
Arizona,
yeah,
but then
Arizona.
most of his career was in Chicago. Dylan Strom?
Yeah.
He played with DeBrincat for a couple years.
Yep.
Okay, so I was right the first time. I was just
Yeah, because he was
second-guessing myself.
drafted by.
Arizona number 3.
Okay, Washington, Minnesota. This is not one of those, like, you can go back to the previous franchise, because that's it. Eric Stahl never had a stint with the Capitals.
Nope.
I'm thinking, like, goaltender here.
That's one of my mind. So.
Ilya Brizgalov only played Minnesota. He never played Washington.
I don't think so.
Braden Holtby was only Washington, Vancouver, Dallas. Semyon Varlamov was only Capitals, Islanders,
Avalanche, too.
Avalanche.
I'm thinking for some reason I'm still
Cam
thinking
Talbot
goaltender.
never played in Washington.
Did he?
No.
No, he did not.
Did he not? He's played for. He's more or less. He's played for like 10 different teams at this point. but-
Mostly north of the border, but he's also played in LA and Minnesota here stateside.
So he played for the Flyers. He played
Detroit now.
Detroit.
now.
I think he had a very short stint with, the Capitals, but. Or did he? No, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't think he did.
I don't think so. Okay. So
Well-
we'll skip that one for now. Go down to Florida, Anaheim. Sam Reinhart did not play for. He was with Buffalo, not Anaheim. Okay.
You got to remember, Buffalo is practically
They're
Florida's minor league team.
Eric Stahl, Florida, Minnesota.
yep.
And then Florida, Chicago. Houston never played for the Panthers, I don't think.
Nope. Farthest south he was Atlanta.
Lafferty played for the Ducks too, didn't he? Sam Lafferty? Or no?
I'm not confident. I'm leaning more towards no.
Okay. Johan Hedberg, did he play for the Ducks?
I don't remember who that is.
He's a goaltender for the Penguins, like early 2000s. And I want to say he spent time with Anaheim, but Keep that on the back burner. Zach Aston Reese, Penguins Ducks.
Is he in?
I'm pretty sure he spent time in.
I think you're right.
Raquel's another one.
Raquel too. I think we sent him over to Anaheim in the Raquel trade.
I'm more confident with. Well, I'd rather go with Raquel
Okay.
because at least that's a definite answer.
Yeah. Okay.
We can get Fleury in both these bottom ones for the Penguins, but is there another one that we want to put in?
I know Mike Rupp for Pittsburgh, Minnesota.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
He played for Minnesota?
he had a stint in Minnesota.
Okay, good guess. And then,
0.7%.
so if we want to go for a lower one, do like Sam Lafferty or even Marian Hossa. Get a little bit lower of a percentage. So Florida would probably be pretty high. Okay, so then Florida, Chicago.
Would it be like a defenseman? Like it?
It could be. Not Duncan Keith. I don't think he didn't play for Florida.
Chicago, Edmonton.
OEL never went to Chicago. Evan Rodriguez never went to either Anaheim or Chicago.
Because I know Florida and Buffalo and Pittsburgh.
Hornquist, did he spend time in Anaheim?
Nashville, Pittsburgh, Florida.
Is that it?
That's it.
Would it be another goaltender? I know one of you guys were
Antti
saying...
Niemi comes to mind, but I don't know if he played for Florida. Yeah?
Thanks for your input on this.
What do you think?
I don't think that's right, buddy.
Do you think Antti Niemi's right?
We should just put Meow in one of the boxes.
Here, hold on.
It just pops up to break it. Marcus Foligno, did he ever play for Washington? Or Nick Foligno?
I thought one of the Felinos did. You might be
Marcus has spent most of his time in Minnesota.
Did he ever play for Washington, though? I don't think so. I don't think Kovalchuk played for Minnesota. Minnesota came around, what, 2000?
Yeah.
Kovalchuk was around during that started the Minnesota franchise and the Columbus franchise, but I don't think he ever played for either.
Okay. Thinking like Koivu, but I don't think I think he spent his whole career in Minnesota.
Tarasenko never played for Chicago.
Frank Vetrano? Did he start with Florida?
You could try it.
I know. No, I think he started in like the Rangers, and then went to the Ducks. It's a shot. I mean, we're stuck anyway.
So Florida, Chicago for Toronto.
Florida, Anaheim. Frank Vetrano. I don't think he played for Florida, but he.
Oh! Woo! Way to
All
pull
right.
that up. You asked me. Let's go.
Nice.
All right, so we need Washington, Minnesota, and Florida, Chicago. Talbot is like the only thing I can even possibly think of.
I'm going back to the Foligno brothers. Nick was CBJ, Boston,
No, he was Chicago.
and then Chicago.
Did he ever play for Florida?
No, because he's only ever played for 3 teams.
It's only 3? Okay.
Marcus, for sure. Is he still up in Minnesota?
Marcus, I don't know if he's still playing.
Oh, hold on. I can still.
He is still active, okay.
Backspace. X. Okay. There we go.
Okay. This one's tough. This one's gotten us thinking. We're perfect so far. Luongo, no.
Yeah, Luongo was only Florida, Vancouver, and Islanders.
Yeah.
He's drafted by Islanders.
I think I got Olli Jokinen. I don't think he ever played for Chicago.
Sam Reinhart wasn't one that fit that, would he?
Buffalo, Florida
Just
for
Buffalo
sure.
and Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Cam Talbot is my best guess for Washington, Minnesota.
Might as well try.
That's the only thing is I'm still not confident in the Washington part.
I'm not confident either in Washington. I know for Minnesota, yes.
Yeah, we're doing a 50-50 here. That's the thing.
Yeah. Varlamov. I'm trying to think. Grubauer. Who else has played goaltender for Washington? Kolzig. What have you ever played? He played for Minnesota?
Who?
Kolzig? Olaf Kolzig? He was goaltender, I think, would have been Ole's rookie year. I got nothing.
Well,
I don't think it's Cam Talbot, but it's
Worth a shot.
no.
Yeah.
Okay. And Florida, Chicago. I feel like this one. This one is gonna be you're fucking stupid for not getting this one. The other one, I think, I'm okay, yeah, I can see us missing that. But this one, I think we should be able to fucking get.
I'm pretty sure the listeners, or some of the listeners are at home, are you should fucking know this! You said his name multiple times!
There's definitely screaming a name at us right now.
Well,
For Florida, Chicago.
I feel like I know this one.
Marchment, no. We said OELs, no. Who's their goaltender? Who's their goaltenders right now?
Bobrovsky.
Yeah, Bob and Montembeau. No, he's up in
I
Montreal.
know Knight has kind of been up and down.
Yeah, but he's
Knight's the third string goaltender right now.
Yeah, so he's been up and down between the A and the NHL.
I got nothing, dude. Like I said, my best guess would be Olli Jokinen. I don't think he did play for Chicago, but it's the best guess that I have.
Can we get a second?
I'm trying to think of one real quick.
Trying to think maybe players from that 2010, 2013 Cup winning teams of Chicago. Like Patrick Sharp. Obviously, Taves spent his whole career up in Chicago. Kane hasn't played for Florida.
Sheary's been in Pittsburgh, Washington, Tampa, Buffalo.
He's been a lot of
I
different
don't know if
places.
he did Chicago.
What about the dude who's been to 27 different teams?
Galchenyuk, no, he doesn't fit either one.
Okay.
Mike Sillinger, I don't think he played for either one of those two. He played for 10 different, but I don't think either one of those two fit.
Who was the Sullivan that played with us for
Steve Sullivan?
Steve, yeah.
That's not a bad guess.
I don't think it is.
I don't hate that guess. For Florida, Chicago?
For any of them. I'm just trying.
I would lean more towards Florida, Chicago for that. For Steve Sullivan.
I know he played in Nashville there for a while.
I think he did play for Chicago too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to throw out, late 2000s, early 2010s kind of names.
I'm trying to think Ryan Lomberg. I'm trying to think of current players on both teams right now.
I was going to say Ryan Reed.
Chicago, there's not a lot that you can think of.
You see, Jokinen didn't play for
What
a
about
lot of teams.
Athanasio? Andreas Athanasio? I know he played for Chicago. Detroit.
I don't know, but for Ryder.
I'm not positive on that one either. Cam Ward, I don't think he ever played for Florida.
Which the
Peter Mrazek, did he ever play for Florida?
I'm thinking of the goaltender Backstrom.
Oh, Nicholas Backstrom?
No, there's two Nicholas Backstrom.
Yeah, Nicholas Backstrom for Washington, Minnesota, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's Niklas Backstrom.
The goaltender.
Yeah, Nicholas Backstrom, the goaltender. I think he'd be the 2016 one. Yeah. Washington, Minnesota. Yeah, because Nick Backstrom just stopped recently. No.
Yeah, let's figure this out. Marcus Johansson, Darcy Kemper.
We said it was a fucking goaltender too.
We have other players like Eric Fair, Daniel Winnick, Joel Ward, Matt Hendricks, Matt fucking Cuck.
From Washington and Minnesota? Brian Campbell.
For Florida, Chicago.
Dave Boland, like I said, that 2010 team.
Anthony Dunclair.
Craig Anderson.
Anthony Nemny.
What the fuck did Craig Anderson play for fucking Florida?
Time for Google.
Vinny Hinostroza. Go to that Pittsburgh-Anaheim one. I want to see if I would have been right on Zach Aston-Reese.
Chris Kunis.
Cooney. Oh, my God. How the fuck did we miss
Cooney,
Cooney?
Whitney, Bonino, Hagen, Perron, Yarko Roots, Pedersen.
Brock McGinn.
Dumoulin's there now. Wow.
No, Joe
Aston-Reese,
DePrey.
okay.
Matt Cohen. Czar. Yeah, you were right. Czar. Max Laperriere. Carter Rooney.
Sean Pronger.
Dmitry Kulikov.
Richard Park.
Dominic Simone.
When
When did Stefan Nosen play for us? Interesting.
Oh my god. So funny story. Ever since we said Mike Rupp for Minnesota Pittsburgh, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually met and was able to talk to Mike Rupp.
Okay. Yeah, when was this?
6 or 7 years ago.
Oh, really?
When I first started working my current job, and he came through my line, and I was like, oh my god, you're freaking Mike Rupp. He's like, yeah, I am. Like he's a big guy. He's a little bit.
He's still spending because he coaches hockey here. He actually coached my cousin's youth hockey team at one point.
Oh, that's right.
So, yeah.
I think that's why every once in a while, like, you see Otters fans are like, bring Mike Rupp. Like, just bring the Mike Rupp joke in there.
Yeah, like he's a big guy, big guy, a couple inches taller than me. He's really like big.
He's just a big dude.
He's a big
motherfucker.
I know when he's not in the, because every once in a while he still does for Pittsburgh the broadcasts and that, or he'll do the intermission one. Like,
he's part of the production, like the broadcasting team in Sportsnet Pittsburgh now. So
yeah, but he's a big.
They have
boy,
a couple former panels. They have Tyler Kennedy's here and there.
Yeah.
There's one other guy that they've brought in that's been. Was it Chris Connor? I think is another former Penguin that's been in and out on that show.
I know Chris Connor is a former Penguin, but
yeah, I know he's been in and out on that show now. They've got a bunch of former Penguins, and they're doing it for Pirates games too. They brought in like a lot of former Pirates to like help with production on there too, which I love that idea that they're doing. So.
But yeah, he's a big guy. Like he seems like he's really nice, and like I wish at the time. Obviously, that was well before we started doing this, like the Buckhusters. Well before I met you, Kyle. When I was just starting to get to know Bobo over here, but like, I wish I was able to start asking him questions and get his input on a couple of things. But
yeah,
fun little insight.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, all right. Now I'll jump into my NHL milestones here. I've definitely been slacking on them, but I think I got a lot of like the major first goal or major milestones with these. So, dating all the way back to the 22nd. Taylor Hall recorded his 700th career point with a goal against the Canucks. Brandon Saad recorded his 500th career point, also with a goal against the Jets. Jared McCann becomes the first Kraken player to reach 100 goals for the team. Cale Makar becomes the leading scorer in power play points for a defenseman in franchise history.
I hope I saw that Jared McCann goal reach that marker, and it was a beaut.
Was it a filthy one?
It was more of a snipe than both angles, but like it definitely was a beaut there.
Yeah. Anthony Mantha played in his 500th career game, and Connor Geekie of the Tampa Bay Lightning scored his first career point against the Devils.
Wouldn't you say you're such a geek?
On the 24th, the Bob, Sergei Bobrovsky, recorded his 400th career win in a 3-1 win over... Not the Panthers. I put the Panthers. This one's for Ethan out there. Ivan scored his first career goal against the Utah Hockey Club. On the 25th. It's the greatest name ever, dude. In the 25th, Nolan Allen of the Chicago Blackhawks recorded his first career point against the Predators. And then on the 26th, Connor Geekie recorded his first career goal scored against the Capitals. Mackie Samsakevich of the Florida Panthers recorded his first career goal against the Islanders. And Arshdeep Bains of the Vancouver Canucks scored his first career goal against the Penguins. On the 27th, just one single one, Nikolai Kovalchenko scored his first career goal against the Senators. On the 28th, Jake Gensel recorded his 500th career point with an assist to a Nick Paul goal against the Predators. And Michael Pythia of the Columbus Blue Jackets recorded his first career goal against the Oilers. Emile Andre of the Philadelphia Flyers recorded his first career point with an assist to a Tyson Forrester goal against the Boston Bruins. Zach Ostapchuk of the Ottawa Senators recorded his first career point with an assist to a Noah Grigor goal. Brandon Montour recorded his first career hat trick against the Montreal Canadiens. And Troy Terry scored his 100th career goal against the Islanders. On the 30th, Kyle Connor recorded his 500th career point with an assist to a Gabe Vilardi goal. Anze Kopitar recorded his 800th career assist against the Golden Knights. Michael Backlund played in his 1,000th career game. And Maverick Lamoureux scored his first career goal against the Flames. On the 31st, Will Smith of the San Jose Sharks scored his first 2 career goals against the Chicago Blackhawks. And on the 1st, Maverick Bourque of the Dallas Stars scored his first career goal against the Panthers. And that is all for NHL milestones.
All right, before we get into the main topic here, I have 2 kind of, not really guessing games, it's just bragging rights, guesses, whatever. So, first thing, obviously, out of the lockout, Sidney Crosby, Alex Ovechkin carried the league into the new era, today's era. They've scored a goal X amount of days since they've come into the league. How many days have they scored on the same day?
Crosby and Ovechkin?
Oh, yeah. Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby have scored a goal on the same day this amount of times. Guess how many days? In the 20 years that they've been in the league together.
So just it doesn't necessarily have to be against each other. Just
just
they have scored a goal on the same day.
Yeah, like if they both scored a goal today, and they both scored a goal on Wednesday last week, it doesn't matter. How many times have they scored a goal in the same day? Pre, regular, and postseason. All time. Okay, let's see.
I'm going to highball it. I'm going to go 300. I might be way low. I might be way high, but I'm going to go 300.
I'll say maybe 150.
I was going to go with the lucky number. I was going to say 187.
Actually, Jeff is the closest.
Wow. Yeah, I was way
Jeff went with 150. The actual number, 120.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Up until today, as of recording on Sunday, November 3rd. The next thing, obviously with Crystal Tang playing in his 1100th career game last night on the 2nd against Montreal, nonetheless. Who do you think the top 10 4 defenseman duos to factor on the same goal is? So, like, if they have, one gets a goal, one gets an assist, both get assists, whatever. Top 10 players active.
Defensemen or like defensemen with their forward?
Defensemen with their forward.
Okay.
You have 4 defenseman duos to factor on the same goal. Note, these are all actively playing in the NHL. Some of them aren't playing on the same team anymore, but they are still active in the league.
Right off the bat, I'm going to go Makar McKinnon.
They are...
Or are they too new?
They're number 7 at
Okay.
186.
I'll say Hedman and Stamkos or Kucherov.
Stamkos and Hedman are number 5. Kucherov and Hedman are number 4. You got 222 and
Crosby
240.
Letang.
Crosby Letang.
They're number 1 and 3 or 5. So yeah, Stamkos and Hedman are number 5 at
any.
Hold on. Stamkos and Hedman are number 5 at 222. Kucherov and Hedman at 243, and Crosby Letang number 1 at 305.
Wow.
I'm trying to think any
What about
Capitals
Edmonton?
defenseman to Ovi.
Carlson.
Okay.
Number 3 at 247.
Maybe go back to like Mike Green.
What about
That is
what
the
about-
only
What about
Capitals.
Semin? Was he a defenseman?
No, he's a forward. That
Okay.
was the only Capitals duo on
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So you're still missing 2, 6, 8, 9, and 10.
Nurse and McDavid? But I think Nurse is offensive.
Nope.
Okay.
That's not a bad guess though. That's not a horrible guess.
Yeah, that's not a bad guess. Nurse is a defenseman.
Okay. I couldn't
That's
remember.
not a whole. That was a great Keith and Kane.
Is Nurse in any one of them? Like Nurse and
Nope.
not McDavid? Okay. I'll say
There is only one Canadian team on here, and they're not Edmonton.
okay.
Riley Matthews or Riley Marner.
Nope.
No.
I'm trying to think for Nashville because I know Roman Yoshi, and I'm trying to think who had been his top.
Top partner.
Yeah.
Top points getter.
Forsberg.
Correct. They are number 7.
Teamwork on that one. Teamwork on that
They're
one.
number 7 at 166.
So who are we missing?
Or 8. Sorry, they're 8. So you're missing 2, 6, 9, and 10.
Okay. Is there another one with Crosby?
No.
Okay.
Not with Crosby specifically.
With Tank Malkin?
Yep, they're number 6 at 201. So you're missing 2, 9, and 10.
Okay. I was thinking either Petrangelo and Marcia Show or.
Nope. You got the only national one on there with Forsberg and Yossi.
Okay.
Are the last three
that was
still
Vegas.
teammates?
That was actually Vegas I was thinking of.
Number 2 is. Number 9. All of them are.
All three of them are still teammates to this day.
They are still teammates to this day, as of recording. One of them is currently on IR. They're defensive partners on IR. Let me put it this way.
I guess it'd be like somebody from the Rangers, like Adam Fox and Panarin.
That is number 10
Oh!
at 144. So you're missing 2 and 9.
Okay.
You're missing the one Canadian team as well.
Yes, I'm trying to think of that.
Would it be like Toronto?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I guess for like 2 or 9 would.
Or Montreal.
I think either one. I'm thinking Boston, like Chara Bergeron.
Nope.
No.
Boston's not on this list.
Okay.
Hint: they are both Western Conference.
Both in the West.
Okay, never mind. Was
Chicago in there? Or was I close when I said King?
No Chicago.
Okay. So I was thinking maybe Keith Taves.
I have another hint if we go another minute or two without any good guesses.
It wouldn't. I don't think Ottawa. I don't think it'd be like.
L.A.?
no
Kopitar and oh my god,
Doughty.
yeah,
Yep, they are.
Okay, there you go. Good job.
They are number 2 at 304. So you're just missing the number 9.
Number 9. How many do they have?
162.
162. Okay. This is the Canadian team then.
This is
I don't think it'd be Ottawa. I don't think it'd be like Kachuk and anybody.
Well, again, they were both Western Conference.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So you only have 14.
Edmonton, Winnipeg,
Vancouver,
Calgary. I don't think Calgary's too young. They've gotten rid of all of their main guys.
would it be Blake?
Is it Scheifele and Morrissey?
Nope. Just think of this number. 25.
Was he right on Darnell Nurse?
No.
No. Okay. 25.
Blake? No.
25.
Like a jersey number?
No. Oh, could be. I don't know the jersey.
Is it the two numbers that I was gonna say is they add?
But I'm looking at Kyle specifically because
He probably has the
25.
One of the players is 25 years old.
I don't know if the one's 25, but 25 years old. But they're in the same division as LA.
So it'd be Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary. One of those.
He already said
right?
it's not Edmonton, so it's
Either Vancouver or Calgary.
so it's
You guys give up?
Ekholm? No, it's the wrong team.
Let's see, Besser and Quinn Hughes?
No.
Pedersen and Quinn Hughes?
No.
Fuck!
JT Miller and Quinn Hughes.
God damn it!
You know why I said 25? It's because of NHL 25 with Quinn Hughes. That was your hint. Yeah, JT Miller and Quinn Hughes at 152. They ranked number 9.
I can't believe
That's
I
good. I
pulled
like
LA
that.
out of my
That was
ass.
good.
I was not
That was a good
expecting
one,
LA
yeah.
to be on
Me and
that.
Jeff tag team the Yossi one.
Yeah.
That was
And
good.
then I tag team.
So we all jumped in for that, so that's good. I like that. That's a fun one.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, if I'm able to find more things like that,
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
I
throw
will.
them
You
away.
should know what you should do. Every episode, you should do like a hockey brain game, like
Well,
that.
actually,
That could be like your new segment or something.
Yeah,
Well, this will be something I discuss off the air.
Yeah.
Here eventually. So
call it Collins confusion.
yeah, eventually.
All right, for our next we have a couple little mini main topics here. Nothing like a huge 30-minute main, but just a couple more mini games, and then we'll end off by talking about honoring Mr. Marc-Andre Fleury here, talking about our favorite moments from him. But here, a little segment that I came up with myself. This is all credit to the Empty Netters podcast. You can find them on Spotify, Apple Music, all those podcast platforms. I saw a video that they did on TikTok, which I believe is a clip from one of their podcasts. They did this little thing called NHL Connection Wave. I can't remember exactly what they called it.
Connective tissue.
Connective tissue, thank you. The example for like a movie that you would use, that they used, was The Empire Strikes Back to the Future. Then you give a description to try to describe both of them into one. And then the one that they used for hockey was Scott Steven Stamkos. So you can go ahead and watch their video, go check out their TikTok page, go check out their podcast. They're one of my favorite podcasts personally right now. Along with Football with Ben Roethlisberger too. That's probably my two favorite podcasts that I listen to right now. But shout out to both of y'all. Another one of y'all probably going to listen. But so I came up with 3. The first one is probably the easiest one, and then the next 2 get a little bit tougher. So, first, playing for the same Canadian team for the entirety of my young career thus far, my team has yet to make it to a Stanley Cup final yet. Then, playing for the same Canadian team for the entirety of my young career thus far, I won arguably the most prestigious award in hockey, although not winning a cup yet. Not winning a cup yet.
Kyle Colin McDavid.
Yep.
Kyle Connor McDavid. That's a
the
little
first
bit
thing that popped
easier.
in my head was McDavid.
Yeah. All right, next one. Despite being an early first-round draft pick and having a decent amount of personal success early in my career, I do not have a ring, although my team won one while I was still in juniors. Despite being in a first overall pick, I may have not lived up to that exactly, but have also had early success in my early career. My team has had a lot of playoff success, including a Cup Finals visit in which we lost.
Can you redo that one again?
Yeah. First, despite being an early first-round draft pick and having a decent amount of personal success early in my career, I do not have a ring, although my team did win. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's supposed to be that they won, but maybe. But that they made a Stanley Cup Finals appearance while he was still in juniors. And then despite being a first overall pick, I may have not lived up to that exactly, but have also had success early in my career, my team having a lot of playoff success, including a Cup Finals visit in which we lost.
The first one that comes to mind is Steve Mason Marchman,
It's not bad. Not a bad guess.
but not right. Right.
Not correct. Only one of these 6 players are no longer playing.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I was right. I'll go one more time because I was right in my... Despite being an early first-round pick and having a decent amount of personal success early in my career, I do not have a ring, although my team did win one while I was still in juniors. Then, despite being the first overall draft pick, I may not have quite lived up to that exactly, but I have also had personal success early in my career, my team having a lot of playoff success, including a Cup Finals visit in which we lost.
I don't know if I have some, but I don't know the first part of it. But I think I have the second part of it. If someone might be able to help.
What do you
me.
think the second part is?
Sit it out.
Probably like Philip Forsberg, because first thing I thought was like Nashville and they lost to
No.
Pittsburgh. Okay.
I got nothing.
I'll be a Bruin.
I got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Bobby Ryan was drafted by the Ducks. They won the Cup in 2006 while he was still playing in juniors in the O. Can't remember what team he played for, but yeah, his team. He was still playing in the O when the Ducks had won the Cup when he was drafted, being the second. I think he was the second or third overall pick in Crosby's draft. And then Nugent Hopkins was the first overall pick, obviously playing for the Oilers, who just lost the Cup this past year. You know, I don't think he's quite lived up to the first overall pick, but he's had a decent amount of success in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But, all right, and the third and final one. Although being the best player on my team, this year is just my first as the team's captain, replacing or being behind a former London Knights player. Then, although being one of the best players on my team, I have yet to be named even an alternate captain, being behind the same former London Knights player.
Something Mitch Marner? Okay.
Not Willie Mitchell Marner.
It's some Max Domi.
You got anything
Max
else?
Pacioretty? No.
I'll read it again. Although being the best player on my team, this year is just my first as my team's captain, previously being behind a former London Knights player. Then, although being one of the best players on my team, I have yet to be named even an alternate captain, being behind that same former London Knights player.
So you got Austin Matthews as your number 2, or the first name.
It's some John Tavares.
No, but it has to do with John Tavares. John Tavares is that London Knights player that I'm talking about.
Okay.
Where did Tavares play previously?
The Islanders. Bless you.
Thank you.
Who's arguably one of the better players on the Islanders that doesn't even have a letter.
You got no. Anders V has a letter. Nielsen has a letter. Matt Martin's not even out there anymore. That's the thing, is the Islanders are so fucking boring. It's hard to keep track of anything.
I don't even really...
It shocked me when I found out that this player didn't have a letter.
Yeah.
You guys have the first part. You guys are right on the Austin Matthew part.
God.
You meant the Tavares part? Because...
No, John Tavares is not part of the name, no.
Oh, okay.
So he was the London Knights player that I'm referring to.
So we just need to...
So Austin Matthew blank. Or Matthews blank.
Matthew Tkachuk?
No.
Sorry, that was the first Matthew I thought of.
That's one that I almost did, though, but I couldn't think of a way to, correlate the two.
That was the first Matthew I thought of. Matthew...
It's a bit no. Oh God. I don't know. Again, the Islanders are just so fucking boring.
They are.
Austin Matthew Barzal.
Fuck! I thought he had a letter. That's the thing.
So did I, but apparently I looked up Islanders captains. He's not even listed as an alternate.
Wow.
I want...
Yeah.
It's funny because that name kept cycling in my head. I'm like, there's no way that's going to be right.
Austin Matthews obviously played in Toronto, was the alternate captain behind John Tavares, who was their captain for multiple years. And early on in his career, when Tavares was still over in the Islanders, Barzal played below him, but Tavares was the captain of the Islanders.
Right when you said Matthews...
Tavares played for the London Knights. That's where I correlated the former London Knights player into that.
When you said Matthews, immediately a red light went off. I'm like, it's Austin Matthews. And I'm like, and I thought to myself, like, that can't be right. Because I thought Matthew was the first name. I'm like, that can't be right.
Yeah, Bobby Ryan Nugent Hopkins, which, you got the Kyle Connor McDavid, which I said that was the easier one to get you guys ready for it. But,
that was good.
Yeah, it's just that first part. confusing, like the body, like
Which one was confusing?
like where you just get the first name, whatever.
Yeah, all you mean, yeah, like I said, it's like all you gotta do is just connect the names. Like it doesn't always have to be like if it's a plural last name, that doesn't mean the first name of the next player is always going to be plural. Like the Austin Matthews, you're not going to find somebody with the first name of Matthews, like plural.
Yeah.
You might find Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Typically, the
That's
middle
what threw
part,
me
the
off.
middle part won't always be like plural. If they have a
Okay.
plural last name, it won't always be plural.
Okay, that's what threw me
As
off.
long as it has the same structure.
Yeah.
Matthews versus Matthew.
Yeah,
The first two just happened to work out with Bobby, Ryan, Nugent Hopkins, and then
Yeah.
Kyle, Connor, McDavid.
yeah, see, that's where I wouldn't have gotten it because of the first part is like Bobby knew.
Yeah.
Like I would have gotten like Connor McDavid, for instance. I would have gotten that, but I wouldn't have gotten Kyle. And
Yeah.
that's where it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, but the more you did it, you start to get the hang of it. It's
Yeah.
tough, but it's something I thought we could do. If you guys liked it, maybe I can come up
Yeah,
with some more and we
that
can do
was
this
really cool,
next
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, guys. One of our little topics here, we're going to pay an homage to Fleury. Just being his last potential game was played Tuesday, and we're just going to kind of show
Last game in Pittsburgh.
Last game in Pittsburgh, yes, sorry. So we said it would be kind of fun just to do our personal favorite little moments. I have 3. My first one is this hockey bag prank.
Oh, when he
Just
popped
like
that-
just recently.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
I forget whose bag
I think it was
it
DOC he scared the shit.
Yeah,
I think it was
and he
DOC that
unzipped the
scared.
bag and he kind of popped out.
No, that was early career because that was
That was.
I
I think it was
I know the video that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that was Kobe Armstrong.
Was it? Oh, okay.
That was Kobe. So that was way
Yeah.
back in the day when
Yeah.
Fleury and Crosby's old first couple seasons playing together.
Uh-huh.
So I know exactly what you're talking about.
My second one is after the cup, him passing the cup to Matt Murray.
Okay, yeah.
All I guess as a
Yeah.
passing the torch, like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
you're the new official
Yeah.
number 1 goaltender here.
That was really cool. I'm like, that definitely, I have a soft spot in that one. And the last one, what was it, 09, 010 to save to win the Stanley Cup. The
Yep.
sprawl
That's
save.
one of them that I had.
Yeah.
I forget who it was against. I just
Detroit.
remember the sprawl.
Detroit, Nick Lindstrom,
Yeah,
wide
that's
open net, and he
Yeah.
sprawled over. I remember he made the comment where he had this big old black bruise on his ribs from where the shot hit him.
It was
But-
actually what's kind of funny. Out when watching the game against Pitt just this past Tuesday, like that one towards the end of the game where I kind of immediately thought about that save immediately because he kind of did something very similar.
Just a diving.
I think he was like more butterfly, more than like just
Yeah.
up. I think he was more a little bit lower into the butterfly and just kind of like dove over.
But you still have the reminiscence of that save,
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
08-09 season and 24-25 season. 15.
I still hear that Mike Lang call for that.
Me too.
Or not Mike Lang, sorry, Mike Emmerich call on that goal, that save. I can still hear that to this day, and it's chills.
To this day, I think that's definitely by far my number
Just-
one.
Like, I remember watching the game as a kid. I remember the sprawl, and I just couldn't. It's real foggy. I remember the sprawl, and I remember everybody went batshit crazy, and I didn't really know what happened. And my dad's like, "Dude, we won." I'm like, "Oh, we did."
But that's back when goaltenders didn't have to be flexible, though, right?
Fuck you. Listen here, I'm fat and I'm flexible. My goaltender probably not.
You're not flexible, you're just stupid.
I'm not flexible on the gimpy, but close enough. I'll probably break both my ankles just trying to skate.
Dude, what's one of
break the
yours?
skates before you break the ankles.
Oh
Honestly,
my god. I'm going to give you a fucking story.
And jumping on the ice for his first shift is Bobo, and he broke his ankles.
I swear to God.
He broke his ankles, he broke his skates, he broke the ice.
He broke the bench door, even though he wasn't
I
standing on the
will
bench
give
door.
all 3 of you a swirly in the toilet
He-
upstairs.
He broke just every person's mind doing what he does. So.
God. Yeah, Gimpy McGee.
They didn't actually demolish the igloo. Bobo just stepped inside of it.
Bobo came in like a wrecking ball, as they would say.
I mean, shit, I have double D's. I'm big enough to be a stripper, so shell.
Jeff, what's one of your favorite flower moments?
Obviously, my number one actually was what Bubba just said, the game-saving, Game 7 Fleury save against Detroit in 08-09. Other one was just in general, like the 2 times I've gone and actually watched Fleury play live. So I think it's just kind of incredible to see Fleury actually.
Oh, that one, the save he made against us.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's gonna be one of mine. You fucks.
I said, so yeah, the 2 times I've seen Fleury play live, he played a little bit in the preseason game that I went to at my very first Penguins game against Columbus in 2014. And then obviously the game Kyle and I went to 2 seasons ago, which we actually have. If you haven't seen that video,
We have a vlog of that video of our live reaction shortly after the save was made.
Obviously, there's so many Fleury. I can't tell you how many. I think the one that always gets me like teary-eyed every time I watch it is his tribute with his first time back in Pittsburgh.
His first,
like when he was with
that one gets me teary-eyed all the time, man.
With Vegas. That one always gives me goosebumps, and
he was trying to wipe away the tears, like I'm not crying, you're crying, but like
every time the camera showed him during that, like he was spraying water on his face to make it look like he wasn't that it was water and that he wasn't crying, but the camera caught him squirting the water all over his face.
I think that's just one like a goosebump kind of moment, teary eye, like just
that loss so far that we lost to him this past week, like that's the only loss so far this season that I've been okay with.
I even said that to after the game, like, because I was watching with my mom and she's like 6 game. I'm like, yeah. I told her honestly, I'm not mad about this loss.
It's the only one that I've been okay with. So
I'm like, it was Fleury. I'm like. Just in general, that just tells you how much Fleury is loved. Like,
one of my favorite ones is kind of a funny one. I think this was like his first or second year in Vegas. Do you remember the time where he went and threw snow into his crease?
Yeah.
So in case they tried to shoot into the empty net, it wouldn't make it. It would slow down. And the ref went over and cleaned it up and went over to the bench and said, "Hey, you can't do that." And then after the ref gets away, it just shows him like hiding his face, like laughing his ass off. Thought it was how funny shit ever. He tried. It was worth a shot. Got to give the man respect for trying.
A lot of the articles I've read the last few weeks, everyone said he was a prankster like that,
Whether
on or off the ice.
That being then the prank that he did, I think it was just like last year or 2 years ago in Crosby, where he taped up his entire fucking gear into one big ball.
Yeah.
And as soon as he walked in, he goes, "God damn it, Flower got me." He didn't say "God damn it." He's like, "I can see Flower got me."
One of my
Flower just walked in, he goes, "What happened, bud?"
Just so nonchalantly.
And then he doesn't realize, but he grabs the helmet, and then something else falls out of the helmet.
Two of my favorite things is, I forget which teammate he did this to, but he took like 10 Tootsie Rolls and shoved them all the way into the fingertips, and like the player couldn't get his glove all the way on.
Oh my
but,
god!
You know, it's at the point now where like he couldn't get them out because you can only fit one finger in there. So like he had to get new gloves afterwards because he couldn't get the fucking Tootsie Rolls out. And, the other one I remember, and I watched this video not so long ago. It was back in the 15-16 season. Shortly after they acquired, the players like Eric Fair, Carl Hagen, and Justin Schultz. I think Schultz was the last acquisition they got.
I think he was mid-season.
Well, out of the 3 players that I just named.
Colin, Bonino, Fair, Schultz, or Haggy, Kessel were all beginning of the season.
Well, no, Schultz was mid-season.
Schultz was like closer to the deadline. I think it was more like January time, but anyway, it's not part.
But anyway, I think Schultz's first practice with the Penguins, they were doing it at PPG, not in Cranberry, but in PPG. And I don't know how Fleury did it, but he arranged with some of the equipment staff to tape up Schultz's, suit or his clothes, his street clothes for the day, and they hung it from the rafters. And says, "This one is for you, newbie or new guy." And everyone was looking up like, "Okay, how's he gonna get this down? What's gonna happen?" So, being able to pull those, little pranks, like, okay, I had a hand in this, but I didn't do the final. I didn't pull the trigger in this one, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, another one I liked was, I forget who it is. I think it was Armstrong. I forget where they were. I forget where they were at for one of their games. They were in a hotel. They take all the furniture out of the hotel.
Yeah.
Lovejoy, and it was one of the newbies at the time, but he even set the alarm to the exact time too. Like when most of the team was out, I think Fleury was one of them, and one of the other defensemen. I don't remember who it was, but he set everything to a T. Like he didn't do it. And Fleury was just standing in the corner like, I didn't do this.
And I love they're like, we'll get him back. Like, more than likely not.
Oh, no. Lovejoy and Letestu.
Yes.
I forgot about Mark Letestu. Wow.
Yeah, he did that to those two players. And like Crosby was like, I'm not going to point fingers, but I'm pretty damn sure who did this.
Another one of mine, just the entire second round against Washington in 2017. The second time, or third time, I guess, but the second back-to-back times against Washington in the second round. Just Fleury's performance throughout that entire series. I think Steve Dangle talks about this back in that video where he recaps that series back in 2017. Like, the Penguins got outshot in every single game of that series. Out of like 22 periods of hockey that were played in that series, Penguins were outshot in 17 of them. And just because of that, Fleury still managed to win 4 of those 7 games. Especially Game 7 was one of the most ridiculous games I think he's ever played in his entire career.
That was insane.
Just absolutely ridiculous, that entire game.
Speaking of Game 7's second round against the Capitals, the first time they ever matched up back in 2009 en route to the first cup, the save.
Against Ovi. Just a couple minutes into the game.
Ovi versus Flower. Ovi ended up beating, I think it was Rob Scuderi at the time. And like how Fleury flashed the leather there, and like he changed the momentum of the game to crap. That
pretty much let them know, hey, this is how this game's going tonight. Because I said, I believe that was just a couple minutes into the first period.
He was like, I know he's your still.
I think probably would have been like Washington's first actual real scoring chance.
Yeah, I know this is your top scorer. He has a wicked wrist shot, but like, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna get the better of the game, and obviously he did. With the Penguins winning 6-2 that game on Fleury's shoulders. So
yeah. And just another smaller funny one that comes to mind is I think this was also pretty early in his career because Max Talbot was still on the team, so this was probably early 2010s. Flowers doing a post game interview. I remember he's sitting there fucking shirtless. He's doing a post game interview with Max Talbot sitting next to him.
Oh yeah,
speaking French, and Talbot is translating for him.
That's right.
And they're just talking. It's like, guys just made shots and I made saves. He goes, that's not what I said.
Yeah, the guys had wonderful shots, wonderful goal opportunities, but I just came out and made the big saves. I know that video. I haven't seen it. I totally forgot about it.
It's been a while since, but I remember that.
I remember.
He laughs because he goes, that's not what I said.
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull that up here.
Now that you said it, I do remember that. It's just been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah, that one's been in my mind for a while, but just Marc-Andre Fleury, man, gonna go down as probably. Honestly, I personally think he might have beaten out Lundqvist and Price as probably the best goaltender of our generation.
Yes.
Here we go.
C'est bon, man. Now it's time. Max, what did you think? I thought Fleury was pretty good. Thanks, Max. Je pense qu'on a bien joué. C'est ça qu'on comptait un but, on revenait, puis on scorait immédiatement. Fait qu'on a gardé le tempo de la partie. I thought we played pretty good. The guys kept scoring, and I just made big saves. So it is.
Thank you, Ghost Walker on YouTube, for that wonderful video. I do like his videos, not gonna lie. Yeah. So shout out to him. That was his video. That was one I pulled up here. So
yeah, but that's just the prankster Marc-Andre Fleury. He always doing something.
And just like that, the friendship, the kingship between Talbot and Fleury. Like both when Talbot was playing, both of them were playing for Pittsburgh, and when it was the Flyers and Penguins matchup in 2012, 2013, when Talbot was on the Flyers. As much as they fucking hated each other, off the ice just to see, how close they were. And I think Talbot would come up and make a couple chirps to Fleury, and Fleury would do the same thing. So, and obviously in good intentions. So
the one I was thinking of, my favorite, I think that we mentioned was Bobo talking about the passing to Matt Murray. That one I didn't think of, and I really like that one. That passing the torch, quote unquote. This is your team now. It didn't last very long, but
dumb decision. But hey, here we are.
Didn't last very long, but that was a good one, Bob. I like that one. Yeah. But
he has so many to count.
We could sit here forever just talking about Marc-Andre Fleury moments, but that's one of them. Just his helmet save with Vegas a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He didn't care how he looked. He's like, I'm just gonna make this goddamn save right now, kind of thing.
That might be my next Penguins jersey, is a Fleury jersey, because I've been pricing.
I know I'm probably gonna get another one or two of them eventually.
I mean, you can just by watching every time Fleury, not even doesn't matter the team, whether it was Vegas, Chicago,
so much
Minnesota, every single time he was back in that building, doesn't matter what jersey he was wearing, the crowd starts a Fleury chant at some point in the game. We were losing and we just lost the game, and they're still chanting his name. This past week.
Just the amount of respect that people have for Fleury, Penguins fan, Minnesota, Vegas, whatever. Who gives a fuck who you cheer for? You always had the match.
Fleury's one of those players. I don't think even on Twitter, and Twitter's one of the most toxic places you're ever gonna find, whether social media, in real life, wherever. That's one name that I don't think I've ever seen anybody say anything negative about.
I'm gonna send a link to the group group chat, and it's 15 minutes of Marc-Andre Fleury's best saves.
I'll have to watch that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, definitely probably going to go down as one of my favorite players of all time.
So
I don't care how much fucking money it is. I would hope and assume the Penguins would retire his jersey at some point, and I would like to be at that game.
I know we've been to one. Let's do another. Let's do another.
Do another goaltender.
So when do you think they put him in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, he's gonna be a first ballot. He's gonna be a first ballot.
What year?
He'll be qualified 2028. Because I think it's either 3 or 4 years after you retire that you're qualified.
It's 3 or 4 years
that you're officially allowed.
I think the only period that is that's an exception is Mario Lemieux, but obviously he came out of retirement after he went to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fleury will be a first ballot, 100%. He'll be in the Hall of Fame by 2028.
Yeah.
If not, it might be 4 years, 5 years. So 2028, 29, even 27. It might be 3 years, but somewhere between 27 to 29, 30.
It'll be 28 as the earliest because it's
Is it 4 years?
It's 3 years from the last game you're paid, which will be in 25. Okay. So it'll be at the very earliest 2028.
Okay.
That ballot, whenever they release that.
Yeah, but you damn know he will be first ballot. His number will be guaranteed more than likely.
His number will be retired. I wouldn't doubt if they do it as early as next year. I don't think there's a limit on how long they've had to be retired before you can retire a number. So I don't think there's a limit on that.
Yeah.
No, I think it just depends on the franchise. It's just Hall of Fame is a whole different story.
Yeah. I know we have an exciting one coming up here in Erie in January. Getting to watch McDavid get his number retired in Erie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be exciting.
It's almost sold out.
I already bought my ticket. So
it
was twice the amount of a normal. I paid almost $45 for my ticket.
I'll pay one of y'all for my ticket because
if it's
sold out,
it's a blackout game. So even Jeffy and I can't.
Okay.
So
it's almost sold out.
Yeah, you have to buy your own ticket.
Oh, that place is probably going to be standing room only.
Oh yeah.
I can guarantee that.
Oh yeah.
Suites are going to be sold out. It's probably going to be a standing room only type of game there. Yeah. I mean, the best player in the NHL is coming back to his junior team. That's a big deal. So, yeah, exciting night in Erie coming up. I think an exciting season for Erie coming up.
It's going to come up sooner than what we realize, honestly. Considering right now it's November 2nd, 3rd.
It's one of those we might have to think about heading down there around 4 o'clock to find parking.
Worst case scenario. It won't be the same experience. We can always watch it at my place.
No, I'm going to the game. No,
I'm gonna try if I.
Bobo, go fuck yourself. I'm watching that game live.
We will be there. So I already bought my ticket.
Yeah, I'll try. So
listen, I'd have to be dead not to attend that game.
Yeah.
So just a little bit over 2 months out. January 12th?
10th.
Yes, we're just about 2 months out from that.
2 months and a week.
Yeah.
As of recording.
Yeah, as of recording. 2 months and a week from yesterday. Is it a Friday or is it a Saturday night?
It's a Friday night.
Oh shit! I can't even go.
It's a Friday night.
Unless I request off.
I believe the Oilers are in Pittsburgh the night before.
Yeah,
then he's moving. Then the Oilers go out to play, I believe, Chicago.
On the left, yeah.
So.
Okay. So moving on from this, again, another somber moment with Fleury. We can probably all agree this is our NHL bucket list. We have 10 things on here. Most of us have done 2. 2 of us have done 3. Or most of us have done 1. 2 of us have done 3. Number 1, attend a game at all 32 arenas.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 1.
Number 2, get a game puck signed from a player. Or not signed, from a player, sorry.
I mean, like, caught one, does that count?
From NHL.
Oh.
Sorry, this is all NHL. Number 3, get my jersey signed by the team. 4, attend a Stanley Cup final.
That would be cool.
Regardless of what teams are in it. Number 5, get a hockey player stick. Number 6, we've all done this. Watch my team win the Stanley Cup. 7, attend an NHL All-Star game.
That'd be fun to do,
That'd
too.
be fun.
Number 8, only 2 of us have done this. Take a photo with the Stanley Cup, and I have fucking proof of it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Colin and I
Bubba.
both do.
Number 9, attend an outdoor game.
That'd also be pretty awesome.
And number 10, again, only 2 of us have done this. Visit the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. Again, only 2 of us have done this. So, but we have bragging rights. Hair 5. Let's go, baby.
And I definitely want to make it out to that. Honestly, like I wouldn't mind pricing tickets for that game being played at Ohio at Buckeye Stadium this year.
Between
That's gonna be-
Detroit
That's
and
gonna be
Columbus.
fucking expensive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind pricing tickets, at least pricing
yeah.
tickets to see what they'd be. Even if they do another AHL game, I know I wanted to go to that Cleveland Monster one
I
last
did.
year, but didn't end up being able to go. So
That would still be pretty
I
nice.
say one of our season ticket friends, like they went to the
Oh,
Wilkes-Barre and Cleveland one.
the guys right in front of us.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say their name on air, but like the people right in front of us.
Yeah,
so.
our season ticket holder friends.
We have a lot of those around. I hope you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
We have a lot of those, specifically in our section, but like we have a lot of those around.
yeah, it's like a whole community at this point. I know like they're trying to start like a whole fan club. They're trying to get like a bus trip put together and stuff like that, which that'd be fun as hell.
Yeah.
So,
I know I've been getting emails. I don't know, Jeff, if you can speak for the same, but I've been getting emails on my phone from the start or the fan club committee or whatever.
Mm.
I have not because I'm not a season ticket holder this year for reasons again
so you
cannot
don't-
be announced. But
There's always next year.
Yeah.
yeah, for
Hey.
sure we'll be coming back next year though. So
Positive vibes only.
Yeah.
Positive vibes
for
only.
sure we'll be coming back next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm gonna work a lot of overtime this year, so I'm gonna try to get season tickets.
You
Even if I
can
just-
do payment plan too. You don't have to do it all at once.
Well, I even thought about just doing Saturday night games because I work every Friday.
It's definitely cheaper,
So,
yeah.
Even if I do Saturday night games, you guys will just have to send me your section. Oh no, I only go to 20 games a year.
All you got to do is refer one of us,
Yeah.
either Jeff or I, and then whoever you talk to will set you
Yeah.
up.
I mean,
I know Jeff. I think Jeff and I go to different people, right?
Yeah.
I go to Darcy.
Okay, we go to so when Kyle was a season ticket holder, he went to a different person, but Jeff and I go to the same person.
Yeah.
So
I mean, when I was setting up ticket, I talked to Chad. But like when I was talking about changing my seat for a game, I would talk to Darcy.
no, that's fine. I mean, the initial process we went to different people,
Yeah.
but the same
Yeah.
the same thing. Change the tickets is Darcy.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to talk to him once,
But Bobo, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Jeff, you good? Oh, Kyle, you good?
I'm good.
Odie, you good, Bubba? You're not gonna talk
He said something.
when I picked him up. You good, Bubba? He's good. He's just pissed that I picked him up. Okay, that's it for the night. We done. Social medias are out there. We don't have any plans to do any vlogs. Not yet.
I have a couple ideas for some videos coming up here. It's been almost a year since we posted to YouTube, so we gotta
But
gotta
not-
get something up there.
But
so.
nothing's set in stone as of yet.
No.
So we're not gonna make promises we can't keep.
No.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll ask after.
All right, that'll do it. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. We done. See you guys on the flip. Peace out. Bye.
See ya.
Deuces.
Peace!